Hello everyone, welcome to the prerequisite course on antenna and wave propagation. I am the subject teacher for this course. My name is Amol Parthi. After completion of this prerequisite course, you will be able to understand the basics of antenna and its basic parameters. For the antenna concept, student needs to have basic concept on electromagnetic waves and a good hold on communication system. In last semester, you have understood the electromagnetic field, that is the EMF subjects. In that subject, the last unit is totally based on antenna concepts. So I am going to recall those antenna concepts in this prerequisite course. So starting, so first I will explain basic concept of antenna. What is an antenna? Then what is the need of an antenna? Then with the help of block diagram, I will explain in detail antennas in wireless communication system. And at last, radiation pattern of antenna. So now, starting with the basic concept of antenna, this figure shows the example of voice communication. Here a person wants to communicate or convey a thought, an idea, or a doubt through voice communication. This illustration shows two individuals communicating with each other. Here communication takes place through sound waves. However, if two people want to communicate who are at longer distances, then we have to convert these sound waves into electromagnetic waves. The device which converts the required information signal into electromagnetic waves is known as the antenna. So what we can say here, the device which converts the required information signal into an electromagnetic waves is known as the antenna. So what is an antenna? What is the proper definition of the antenna? Nowadays antenna have undergone many changes. In accordance with their size and shape, there are many types of antennas depending upon their wide variety of the application, right? So now what do we mean by antenna? So here an antenna is a transducer which converts electrical power into electromagnetic waves and vice versa. It is a transducer, so we can say. Then an antenna can be used either as a transmitting antenna or a receiving antenna. A transmitting antenna is one which converts electrical signals into electromagnetic waves and radiates them. And the receiving antenna is one which converts electromagnetic waves from the received beam into electrical signals. Now in two-way communication, the same antenna can be used for both transmission and reception. In short, we can say antenna can also be termed as an aerial. Now what is the need of an antenna? So the need in the field of communication system, whenever the need of wireless communication arises, there occurs the necessity of an antenna. So antenna has the capability of sending and receiving the electromagnetic waves for the sake of communication, where you cannot expect to lay down a wiring system. And we can say that the antenna is the key element of this wireless technique. For example, consider a scenario that in order to contact a remote area, the wiring has to be laid down throughout the whole route along the valleys, then the mountains, then the tedious paths or the tunnels. So to reach the remote location, the evolution of wireless technology has made this whole process very simple. So let us just look at where antennas are used, which is shown with the help of this block diagram. So here there are two block diagrams in a short, which is transmitter antenna and the receiver. So what is the purpose? So the antennas are used in both transmitter as well as receiver, that is clear. a transmitter consists of a modulating signal. See here, a transmitter consists of a modulating signal. It is also known as information signal, and that could be your voice data, could be your analog data, or could be your digital data, which is known as modulating signal, and that signal is superimposed on carrier signal. So carrier signal is the signal on which it is being carried. The information which is being carried, we can see that by using that carrier signal. So for medium wave, for example, for medium waves, that is nothing but the amplitude modulation radio, or you can say the AM radio. This is nothing but the modulating signal. So modulation can be either analog or digital modulation. In analog modulation, we can have amplitude modulation, phase modulation, frequency modulation, and in digital modulation, there are so many techniques, for example, QPSK, BPSK, and so on. Now, after that, this modulation or the modulator, we amplify the signal, and therefore, amplifier is used here. After that, impedance matching network is essential for the connection between the antenna and the amplifier. Now, what amplifier may require a different impedance matching. So, to match the antenna impedance, and impedance matching network is essential. So, I am repeating here, to match the antenna impedance, we require the impedance matching network, and that has to be a lossless matching network. So, lossless matching network generally consists of inductor, capacitor, maybe the transmission line or the coaxial lines. So once the signal is transmitted through the antenna, it received by this receiver. So the receiver antenna receives signal, but it is very weak. So that must be amplified by this RF amplifier. However, there is a need in between antenna and RF amplifier that are known as a bandpass filter. So sometimes if antenna is a narrow band, it can act as a bandpass filter, or sometimes bandpass filter is built into RF amplifier. So we can say this is the combination of the bandpass filter with the RF amplifier. It is nothing but the total combination. So otherwise a bandpass filter should be added over here. Then bandpass filter is required only to pass the desired band which is required for given application. So then this amplified signal through local oscillator, which is known as which is mentioned here, that is LO. It is nothing but the local oscillator. It is down converted using mixer, which is one of the super heterodyne concept generally used in the receiver system. So the RF amplifier signal which is relatively higher frequency converted down to the lower frequency called as intermediate frequency. So therefore here IF filter and amplifier is used. So the RF amplifier signal which is relatively higher frequency, and that is nothing but the function of the intermediate frequency. So IF frequency. So if the amplitude modulator, it will be amplitude demodulator, or if it is digital modulation, this will be digital modulation, and then this is connected to the display device or the speaker. So here there is a speaker at the last, display device or the speaker we have used. So if it is just a radio signal, it will be only speaker, and we can say it is an easy technique to receive the signal. So now the next slide, here let us see some of the basic things about the antenna. What is antenna? What is the antenna radiation pattern? Right. So now antenna's radiation patterns divided into three main categories. One is isotropic, then omnidirectional, and then directional. An isotropic antenna is an antenna which radiates equally in all directions, that is actually radiating in the entire sphere. This is also termed as quasi-isotropic antenna. This is also called as quasi-isotropic antenna. Then in omnidirectional antenna, some of the examples of omnidirectional antenna are, for example, dipole antenna, monopole antenna, then slot antenna, normal mode helical antenna. Actually, omnidirection means equally and in the other plane they radiate in one direction. Then there are some directional antennas are there. I have just shown one sample radiation pattern over here. This is a sample radiation pattern. So this is the direction. You can see that the maximum radiation here, you can see here the maximum radiation is in this direction and little bit of a side radiation. So here are the some side radiations are there. Here is the middle, at the middle there is a maximum radiation. So the radiation where there is the maximum radiation is known as the major lobe. So this is a major lobe, and all other things are designed as a minor lobes. So we can say these are the minor lobes. These are a small lobes, or we can say minor lobes are there. So minor lobes are given again subdivided as side lobe and the back lobe. Side lobes, the lobes which are adjacent to the main lobe. The definition of the side lobe, the lobe which is adjacent to the main lobe, we can call it as a side lobe, and back lobe which is in the back side of it. Also, I have defined few additional quantities here. Those are HPBW and FNBW. So HPBW is the half power beam width of the antenna. So when the antenna field is reduced by 50%, where the power requirement is half, or you can say 1/2, and that's why called as a half power beam width. Then there is another quantity called as FNBW. FNBW, that stands for first null beam width. So you can see that this maximum goes, here is the maximum, here is the maximum. So both the corner side it is maximum, goes to the null. See here it is down. So going to the down, that is nothing but the null. And then there is a minor lobe, and then there is this minor lobe. So beam width between the first null, that is known as FNBW. So the beam width between the first null, it is known as FNBW. So first null beam width. Then we also define all the side lobes over here. Then there are different types of polarizations. So here is linear polarization, elliptical polarization, and the circular polarization. So in linear polarization, there is a designation as horizontal or vertical. Here H and V, that is horizontal and vertical. So most of the time polarization is defined in terms of electrical field. See, an antenna has both electric field as well as the magnetic field, as we know. So we could define antenna by its electric field or the magnetic field. The conversion is to define the polarization by the way how electric field is radiating. So when we say horizontal polarization, that means electric field is horizontally polarized. And if we say the vertical polarization, that means we can say the vertical polarized. Electric field is vertically polarized. And then elliptical and circular, even in circular there are two types of polarizations. One is known as left hand circular polarization, and the another is known as right hand circular polarization. So this is the summary. So here, just to summarize, in this particular video I have explained basic concept of the antenna, meaning of voice communication, then definition of the antenna. Then antenna is a key element of wireless technology. I have also explained why there is a need of an antenna. Then I have explained the functionality of transmitter and receiver with the help of the wireless communication system. And lastly, I have explained the basics of the radiation patterns of an antenna. And here is the references. Thank you very much.